Welcome to CSN the Network podcast. This is your host, Kayvon Cutler, with my amazing co-host, Dre Nazario Malik Hampton. How are y'all doing this evening?
Doing good, bro. Doing good, sis. Happy to be back with y'all. It's been a long time, it feels like. How y'all doing?
For sure. Y'all know me, blessed and highly favored. Good day to pod, great day to be here. All of that. Like my brother said, it has been a while. It's been about a couple weeks since we've actually, sat down to pod. We had a couple interviews come out, so we took a slight hiatus, not from the content, but from the recording piece of it. So it's good to be back here with y'all. How you feeling, brother?
Oh, y'all know the vibes, man. Blessed and highly favored. Definitely doing better now that I'm talking to you too. We definitely haven't recorded in 2 weeks with ourselves, but like Dre just alluded to, we have still been releasing content, man. Shout out to the homie PJ Harrison for a great interview. He touched on a lot of things, from mental health to, his college hoop days to his NBA days. So if y'all haven't checked that out, definitely go tune in. It's on YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all streaming platforms, man. Check us out. Don't want to miss that conversation. So yeah, man, Malik, our Tar Heels in the Sweet 16, baby.
I gotta say something. I don't really, get braggadocious, but what we got going right now is special. The interviews we done got, I want to give both of y'all pats on y'all's back, what I'm saying, for the work y'all do, behind the scenes that people don't know about, what I'm saying. And I wanted to start the pod off that way because like I said, I ain't seen y'all, what I'm saying. And I just want to, pat us on the back, bro. What I'm saying. I don't think nobody got the lineup of interviews we got, what I'm saying. We consistent with the content, and that's a big thanks to, y'all too, especially you, big man, what I'm saying? So, pats on y'all's backs, man. I just wanted to say that, man. Love y'all.
Love you too, brother. That's what we do. And we're gonna keep going up. It's only the beginning. We can only go up from here.
Yeah, Dre stated that perfectly, man. Definitely love you too, brother. Definitely appreciate the love, you know what I'm saying? But, it's all of us, it's not just one person, one man, one woman, you know what I'm saying? We a team. So, like I said, man, it's we in this for the long haul. And I'm just blessed and thankful to, do it with my brother and my sister, man. I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. And, not to be too humble, you know what I'm saying? Y'all won't outwork us. Y'all see the lineup, you know what I mean? The reach is crazy. You dig? So we just going to keep stacking the interviews. You dig? Keep stacking the content. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just keep hating. We're going to keep looking good while we do it. You dig?
With that being said, we just gonna hop right into it and keep this show rolling. We talking NFL. We got the free agency upon us. Teams are making so many moves. What transactions, as far as player additions, stood out the most to you so far during this off season?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, Lake City. First and foremost, Saquon going to the Eagles. That's tough right there. That's crucial. Behind that offensive line, and I banged with DeAndre Swift super heavy. I had him in fantasy. I wish they would have gave him the ball more in the red zone, especially in the goal line area. But that's major right there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Another one that people may sleep on that I also think is crazy, Lee injury, is Keenan Allen going to the Bears. That's a nice 1-2 punch right there with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. I love that. I love that receiving corps. Outside of that, man, I think Kirk Cousins, I know a lot of people are hard on Kirk Cousins, but I think him going to the Falcons, I think is super, super major, man. And that's about all I got as far as, free agency moves that I think are really big. You know what I'm saying? That Saquon move definitely shocked me personally. But outside of that, man, I know there was some other moves going, Josh Jacobs going to the Packers. That's major, of course. But the biggest ones to me That Saquon move is crazy going to Philly. But what you think though, Lake? What you got? I took one of yours,
Um,
the Josh Jacobs, John.
Josh Jacobs I mean, it's so crazy because Aaron Jones is nice, you know what I'm saying? Um, but he do, stay, nicked up, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he ain't always available, you know. But Josh Jacobs is a dog, bro. Like Josh Jacobs, he like the combination. So Josh Jacobs, that was definitely one of mine. Saquon was one of mine, like you said. I like Swift. I think Swift, you know, I think he needed to get the ball more. I think Swift is a dog. I don't think Saquon is like of course Saquon is better than him, but like I don't think it's like, what I'm saying, exponentially like, anything crazy. Just Saquon, you can do more things with him, possibly, But we don't even know if Jalen's that type of quarterback to like, take advantage of that, you know what I'm saying? As far as what we talking. But he might be, you know what I'm saying? That's just me speaking early. But one of the moves I like, man, that a lot of people ain't talking about, was DJ Reader. DJ Reader went to the Detroit Lions, defensive tackle, one of the best, one of the better, defensive run stoppers in the league. Come from the Cincinnati being he's been playing in Cincinnati for years. I think that, Detroit's secondary still could be, considered shaky, you know what I'm saying, especially with the Cameron Sutton stuff that just happened, But I think that's a needle mover for them. I think that solidifies that front seven for them, you know what I'm saying? And we already know what kind of tough team they are. They like to run the ball. If they can stop the run, you know what I'm saying, enough to help in the pass, I think that's a real needle mover. So those would probably be my top three, man. Personally, yeah.
Can't forget to add real quick. I think the Steelers getting both, because it just dawned on me. I think them getting both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields is genius. You know what I mean? Allowing Justin Fields another year to develop, you know what I mean, and get groomed. Hopefully Russell Wilson can help him, continue to just improve his game from not only, a schematic standpoint, but from a mental standpoint as well. Still got a lot of respect for Russ. But I think them signing Patrick Queen was crazy. He had a great year in Baltimore. So that was
I'm gonna go ahead and put this on record, and he might make me look crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I think Patrick Queen was a product of Roquan Smith, bro. I don't think Patrick Queen. I mean, he might have learned something, you know what I'm saying? And he might go on and flourish, you know what I'm saying? Been having his own situation going on, But I'd say, you know what I'm saying, we got to pump the brakes on the Patrick Queen stuff just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But the what you said about the quarterbacks for sure, I'm 100% with you.
yeah.
Like
No,
that's
I'm
a
with
good
you. And
situation for them.
we
You
saw
know what
what
I'm saying?
Patrick Queen looked like before. They landed Roquan. So I see why you saying that. You did.
But I forgot to say, bro, the Texans, bro, we can't forget the Texans. They signed Daniil Hunter, didn't they?
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
and Joe Mixon, you know what I'm saying? Like they doing something
They're
down.
making moves over there.
They
Yes,
trying to
they
play
are.
ball for real, yeah.
Yes,
So
they are.
I
Yeah.
gotta say that's a needle mover, you know what I'm saying? Just saying for
Hey,
sure.
that whole division though, Lake. You know what I'm saying? Because the Titans threw. Shout out to Calvin Ridley for getting the bag. I was not expecting him to
Him
get
and
that.
Sneed, yep, him and
Yeah,
Sneed.
they picked up him and Snead. You feel me? They picked up Tony Pollard. So, hey, that division gonna be tough.
Levis wasn't terrible either, you know what I'm saying? They might, yeah. And then AR, you know what I'm saying? We get to hopefully get to see a good season from him.
Yep.
He got weapons at his disposal, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the defense could be, all right, but we'll see how that looks too, you know what I'm saying? But the Jags, they the ones look shaky down the stretch, they got a good roster.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a lot on him. I think it's gonna have to be a big year for him. Because he due to get paid, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. He still got to get paid, and they picked up Gabriel Davis. So I don't know who's gonna be the number one between him and Christian Kirk, yo. It's looking like Gabe
Kirk.
Davis, but you said
I
Kirk.
mean, Kirk's coming off an injury, but Kirk is definitely the number one for sure. He might have been the number one last year for real.
Right. Hey,
until he got hurt.
we're gonna see. But yeah, I'm loving the moves that's happening in the NFL. We definitely are going to do a mock draft for our listeners. The NFL draft isn't until the end of April, so just bear with us. Please give us time. But we definitely had to highlight some of the transactions that took place in free agency as far as NFL football. So, if y'all don't have anything y'all want to address, man, we can move on with it.
Let's get to it. Moving on to what month we in? We in March Madness, so we're gonna talk men's hoops. Talk to me about some of the biggest takeaways from the tournament thus far.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's a travesty, right? Of course, we are UNC fans up here. We big supporters of North Carolina A&T, UNC Chapel Hill, of course. But Malik and I have been consistent on here, speaking in regards to the guards from Kentucky. Um, you know, I love Rob Dillingham. I love Reed Shepherd's game. And I've been waiting on DJ Wagner. He was one of the athletes in this class, in Bronny's class, that I was looking forward to. Considering who his father was and just coming up in New Jersey, you already know what that hoop scene is like up there, Lee. So it's crazy that they got upset by Oakland in the first round of the NCAA tournament, man. It's really tragic that, that they really didn't get to continue their playing days. It's looking like, they're all three freshmen that I mentioned from Kentucky might, enter the draft. I do think DJ Wagner could use another year for development purposes, but I know he's not going to come back. I mean, this is something he's been waiting on, but he's just not high on a lot of mock drafts right now as far as being a lottery pick. So he got a decision to make, but I understand if he still, chooses to, enter the NBA draft. But that's one of the biggest things to me, man, is just how y'all know how it is, man, with it being so much parity in college basketball now, no bracket is going to be super accurate. You understand? But I think the level of play has been at a high level from all schools, mid majors, low seeds. Michigan State gave UNC a great game the other day, Lee, and that's a team that I was high on in the preseason, but during the regular season they kind of sold. I mean, that was a team that ended up 20-14. 14 L's was not something I expected, but that was one of my biggest takeaways. Was just how unfortunate it is that we aren't going to be able to see some of the high draft picks in the NBA that come from Kentucky. But outside of that, man, it's been a lot of great basketball, man. The number one seeds are handling their business, of course. Of course, there's been some other upsets that, I kind of gravitated towards. Yale beating Auburn was crazy to me. Malik Grand Canyon beating St. Mary's was crazy. And, like I mentioned, Kentucky losing to Oakland. And that's not the Bay, Oakland, and Cali. That's Oakland and Detroit, like Michigan. We'll never hear that school again. Like, you feel me? No disrespect. So, but nothing shocked me from the South and the Midwest region, man. Everybody pretty much handled business on that side of the bracket. So, we got a big test in regards to our Tar Heels tomorrow evening as we play Alabama. And that's a team that I have mentioned on here before being a great offensive team. I do think that we can beat them, but we just got to line it up and see. It's March Madness, so hopefully we'll prevail and get that dub. But those are some of my biggest takeaways from the NCAA tournament, man, on the men's side. What y'all thinking now?
For me personally, bro, it's funny how it lined up. We kind of got the same thing, but mine was like on the opposite end. I don't know Buddy's name from Oakland, but he hit 10 threes. I thought that was like the wildest thing in the tournament so far, for real. Like personally, like how he was getting them threes up, man. He was abusing them young guards from Kentucky, man. A lot of people been you know, and some dudes is sticking around too long, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people been like mad because some of the people going off, been older guys, But if you think about it, that's how it's always been, like for real, like it's always been a senior somewhere, or junior, somebody that's been there that's going crazy. So I want to, give them a shout out. Yale, Yale beating Oakland. I mean, not Oakland, but Yale beating Auburn was crazy too. But I wanted to specifically point out, like, did you see how Yale got to how they turned them in bid, bro? How they won their championship, bro? They beat I think it was Brown, bro, at the buzzer, like on some cheesy stuff. Like they just basically like forgot to play defense. Looked like that South Carolina LSU. I mean who did South Carolina beat at the buzzer? The girls
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah, it looked like something like that, bro, but like a layup situation. So I want to give, Yale a shout out too. Because Auburn was coming off an emotional high, you know what I'm saying? And I want to give a shout out to the Bull Withers, bruh. Play for the Tar Heels, transfer from Louisville, man.
Charlotte native.
I was about to say he from Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? So he been hooping, and like I said, I like what he brings to the court as far as his versatility. You know what I'm saying? You could tell playing at home been meaning something to bruh, he been doing everything we need, you know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to him, specifically in the Tar Heels, man. That's my biggest takeaways right now. Houston almost got clipped the other night,
That's a fact.
That was a good game, But yeah.
And the person that Malik was talking about real quick, Drizzy, before you go, was Jack Golke from Oakland that had a career high hitting 10 or 23s, having a career high 32 points. And just to show y'all, March Madness, he was like a 30, I think they said a 36, 37% 3-point shooter. He played Kentucky, lit it up, man.
Lit it up.
So,
bro, he was getting them so bad, bro. He caught one that was so mean off the screen. Like, Buddy anticipated it. He just knew it was going up, you know what I'm saying? And Buddy, like, he barely even gave him a head fake, just sidestepped hard left off the screen, bro. He went flying. I'm like, oh my God, he's killing them, bro. Yeah, shout out to
he was
shout
playing
out to
out of his
Cuz.
body, yo.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. That's how it is. That's the point of March Madness, bro. For real, for real. That's why we like it so much. It's unpredictable.
100%. What was you about to say, though, Drizzy?
Nah, y'all hit it right on the head. I was just about to say something real simple that I feel like it's the selections committee's fault that, these upsets be happening. Cause like when you look at resumes or say if you look at it on paper, outside of a school being a Power 5 conference, like that's really the only accolade they may have over a, I guess, quote unquote, mid-major school that I guess would consider it an upset. But the way that they be ranking these teams, like they'd be asked, like for me, Kentucky was middle of the pack. You know what I'm saying? They performed pretty bad in the SEC this year, but they still got a pretty decent seed because they were a Power 5 school or because they're Kentucky. And then it's like, oh, they got upset, but it's like, no, they really didn't because they weren't a good team this whole year. You just got a pass because you're Kentucky and you play in the SEC. You feel me? So all these upsets, in my opinion, is a money gimmick. And it's the selection committee's fault because they give these teams higher seeds when they really don't deserve them.
Hey, yo, I'm not Dre. That's a very valid point. You podding today, cause
that was ill.
That was ill, cause she got a point, cause Kentucky definitely been inconsistent all year, and I'm not gonna lie. When I saw their seeding, I'm like, that's a little high considering how they performed in the postseason in the SEC tourney. To her point, and how they performed all year in the SEC, because like I said, they was super inconsistent. So, yeah, you right.
But I was thinking on the more so on the flip side of that, Dre, what if they are setting up the upsets like for real with how they set them up like intentionally, like you know what I'm
Intentionally,
saying?
yeah. I wouldn't
Like
be
they
surprised,
you
you
know,
know?
they know Kentucky shaky, and they know Oakland might be solid. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Real solid. You know? And
I wouldn't be surprised if they just
yeah,
like, hey,
that's
this gonna
crazy.
be good TV right here. This will be actually a good matchup or whatever the case
Mm.
may be. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't put anything past anybody who got all this money coming in and how big of a deal this is in American culture and I mean the world culture for real. I
I mean,
wouldn't
it's
be
always upsets though. Like it's always upsets.
I
It's
wouldn't be
always
surprised
upsets.
if they had
Yeah.
like in their meetings they had like potential upsets. Like these are the potential upsets that we
Think
go.
about it though. That don't make that kind of makes sense. Like for real.
Yeah,
Yeah. Keep it
I gotta.
entertaining. You know.
Hey, I gotta put bolts on all my windows and stuff now. We done unlocked it. We done unlocked this
Hey, we giving out the secret recipes.
thing.
Nah, that's fire though. I don't know what that soon as you said what you said that popped up in my head. I'm like, well, hold on, maybe they really might be
Might be
setting
setting
it up like
folks up
this.
for the kill on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Man,
fire.
man. Well, I mean, I don't want to speak for you all, but was Kentucky your biggest letdown? If not, who was your biggest letdown to this point?
Uh, them or Auburn.
I was
I
just about
mean,
to say
I was about
more
to say I
so.
didn't expect Auburn to lose to Yale. Them or Auburn though for sure.
Yeah, more so. I'm gonna say more so Kentucky though, because even though I'm with you 100%, y'all not supposed to lose the Oakland. Not with the firepower that y'all supposedly have in that roster. Yo, DJ Wagner didn't score at all that game, Malik. I know he coming off injury, Dree, but man, if he would have
No,
just
but he
had
got a
eight,
lot of games like that this year, K.
no,
He had a lot of games like that. I'm not saying he wasn't necessarily scoreless, but he got a lot of single digit games out there.
he do it's weird, and it's weird how he does the rotation. Not literally weird, but if y'all look at like the game logs, Reed uh, Reed will play way more minutes than DJ Wagner. Like in to that point, Reed Shepard led the team in assists. And he was third in the team in scoring. And he coming off the bench, y'all. DJ Wagner was the starting point guard. But if you look at the game logs, you'd be like, Reed, you would think Reed started. I promise y'all. Promise y'all. So I'm gonna say Kentucky. Y'all wrong too for trying to get Coach Cal fired, man. Y'all know ain't nobody gonna bring them recruits through there like he is. Don't care who y'all hire.
But listen, I was talking to somebody this weekend too. I'm like, it might be Coach Cal's turn. Like, you think about his class and the people that he's all like that he's coached with, everybody is kind of like moving on either at a different school or has like I would say quote unquote fallen off. Like just his era of basketball and how he recruits. I mean, he always gets good guys in there, but it's been what 10 years since they've been in the Final Four. Who else is getting that many opportunities when you're bringing in that many recruits or high level recruits to perform well, essentially? You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with you. And only reason why I'm giving you a little pushback, because y'all can attest to this too. Coach Boeheim was in there for years, right? And he don't have a whole bunch of postseason success, but that ring that he got bought him time. You feel me? And it's the same thing with Coach Cal. Like I'm with you 100%. As far as like recency, he hasn't had success over these past 5 years. Oh my God, y'all! I did not know. I did not know he has not made it past the first round in the SEC tournament in years. I didn't know that. You feel me? Because you would think Kentucky like it's been some years. Same thing in the NCAA tourney. This isn't their first time losing in the first round. If y'all remember correctly, just 2 years ago, it was the same thing in 2022. You feel me? So it's like I'm with you, but he gets time because he did get a ring. And what was that? Our freshman year of college? Yeah, it would have been Malik's senior year, our freshman year. Yup.
but
So
you think about how long ago that was, bro. I
I know.
mean, no offense.
Not to show our age.
No offense, bro. But that was a while ago. That's over 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Not the ages,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
That is over 10 years ago, and you think about all the talent that has come through there, and you can't produce. And I think to that point, I would put him in the I guess the class, even though he's younger by age, but I would put him in the class with Bayham, Rip Pitino, your boy from UNC, what's his name? I'm missing his
Roy
name.
Williams.
Yeah, Roy Williams. He was kind of in that class, and you see all of those folks have like took their bow in one way or another,
Yeah.
because the game is changing.
Shoot. Even the coach from UConn, late. You remember what's Coach Calhoun? Yeah, yeah. Yup. That was another one that was there for a long time.
Yeah,
So
I think he got two. He ended up with two though, 2 or 3.
yeah,
I
because
think he ended up with two. He
he
got
got
one with
one with
Kimba
Rick
and
Helmerton and
Shabazz.
them. And no, he got 3, I think. Cause he got one with Kimba and Shabazz. They said Rip got one back in the day. And remember Ben Gordon and them.
Mecca
Okafor and
Okafor.
them back in the day. Yup. Dang, I forgot, bro. Got 3 years. Yeah.
He got 3.
Yeah. Shout out Coach Calhoun, man. That's tough. UConn. That's tough.
Was he not the coach Shabazz's senior year? Shabazz and them one of his senior.
Yeah,
Shabazz got
right.
2.
That was light skinned cuz. That was his assistant. Dang, what's the brother's name? Light
Was it
skinned.
Ollie?
Say it
It
again,
wasn't
bro.
Kevin Ollie. Was it Kevin Ollie?
Yes, it was. Yep.
Kevin Ollie?
Thank you. Yep. Kevin Otley. That's exactly who it was. That's exactly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dang, Jim Calhoun did have that's fire though. Now you think about it. But
Yeah. And
what I was
you
going
said Otley is Ollie, not to disrespect the OG. We don't
I
want
said Ollie. Yeah, I
oh,
might sound nasally or something. I said Ollie though.
got you.
Yeah. He used to play in the league, I'm pretty sure. Didn't he used to? Didn't
Yeah.
know
He
he-
was in the league. Yeah. I thought he got let go rather quick for somebody who got a ring, but that's just me.
Game is the game. But Calipari, yeah, they wrong for calling for Bruh's job. Because of, just how legendary he is and what he does bring through there. You know what I'm saying? Like being a guard that played for Calipari, like it's a high success rate. Go down the list for real, for real. Like from when we talking about when he got to Kentucky to now, you know what I'm saying? You can go down the list. Even the 9 good teams, you know, Jamal Murray's and them, you know what I'm saying? Shea, they ain't have good teams, you know what I'm saying? But we see what they are. I think he just might need to switch his philosophy. You know what I'm saying? He all about developing the young fresh out of high school dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like and turning them into, max players in the league. And like I said, he's had a high success rate, not even just guards, you know what I'm saying, other positions as well. You know, I think people don't understand how hard it is to win with the formula that he created, you know what I'm saying, as far as the one and done, you know what I'm saying? I don't think people understand how hard it is to win with the group of freshmen, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this team wasn't all freshmen in the lineup, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But the formula of the one and done started under Cal, you know what I'm saying? We know what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people understand how hard it is to get a different group every year to accomplish that goal. You know what I'm saying? He's only done it once. Should have did it twice. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. They almost went undefeated one season. But I think he needs to flip his philosophy to maybe instead of going after just all a group, a nice nucleus of young guys, maybe he should just go after the best players in the nation, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, like go get the NIL's the NIL now. You know what I'm saying? It's a free for all. You can basically buy a player away from another school if you got it like that. You know what I'm saying? If you can, so why not just take that philosophy? You already getting the top recruits, you know what I'm saying? As you said, you know what I'm saying? And all the recruits ain't necessarily flooding into college as we've spoken on, you know what I'm saying, before previous podcasts. Why not just take that philosophy of getting that talent that you see, you know what I'm saying, and taking that group and trying to win one and sending them to the league. You know, I'm sure it's easy to identify stars in basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you know, not everything pans out, but normally it's easy to see what NBA talent is, you know what I'm saying? You know, compared to like other things. So yeah, I think he should just switch his philosophy. I don't think he necessarily lost. A lot of people don't think Coach Cal could coach, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's hard to
You
it's
got
hard. It's
time.
hard, especially these days. It's just I don't know.
But Lee, you also bring up a good point too, which a lot of people may miss is how you measure success. Are you measuring it by your wins and losses? Are you measuring it by how your players translate to the NBA? Because when you look at Kentucky's, um, I guess roster or firepower, like you said, they're like guard university. So you got so many good guards that have produced in the league that come from Kentucky that are some of the NBA's like top players, right? So to him, that may be a measurement of success. Like I'm creating NBA players, and it's not necessarily about the championships here. Like I'm helping, folks make millions of dollars and advance their,
We get one on the way, you know. We get one on the way. Yeah, I
yeah,
feel you. I think it
yeah.
could be like that. I mean, he talks about that a lot too. Like that's important to him that his players do go on and do that, and that's what he tries to do, you know. But
'Cause when you
like,
think it creates revenue too, like right, you got all these high grossing players, right? That can then donate and give back to the league. They can then, you know what I'm saying, and that keeps them resources flowing in.
it's a whole machine. That's what I'm saying. Like instead of maybe going for
That's a
just
good point.
a nucleus of just straight high school players, go get them from wherever. You know what I'm saying? If it's an HBC hooper, like HBCU hooper somewhere that you know can get buckets, like why not bring him in? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I see it. I just feel like he should just switch it all up. Oh, we good?
Oh yeah, man. One thing we gotta address real quick, bro. You know, I'm just curious, just to hear y'all's thoughts on it. Who y'all think is the biggest, overachiever so far in the tourney? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You know, even though they roughed us up, our little bro and them, though. NC State, bro, they've been going crazy. Oh my gosh.
Hey, bro, the last team to win 5 in 5 days won the Natty. That was Kimball Walker and them.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I was gonna say NC State as well. Just on paper, I think I lost y'all for a minute too. I don't know what happened there, but on paper, they ain't supposed to be where they are, right now. And to think about how many games and how many days they've had to play, they rocking and rolling right now. They rocking and rolling.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It is NC State, but once I seen Big Buddy play, uh, DJ Horn. Is it DJ Horn or DJ? What's his name? It's two DJs. The point guard and
Yeah,
the
DJ
big
Horn.
DJ Horn. Buddy's nice. He like, bro. He bigger than everybody, bro. Like in a sense, you know what I'm saying. But like he's so light on his feet, man. Like he can make the plays like from anywhere, bro. And I don't know. I feel like playing through him, like how smart he is, how he able to like control, you know what I'm saying, the post, bro. Like that's just gonna be a tough out for people, especially if they knocking down the kickouts. You know what I'm saying? Because bro,
Nah, for
like
sure.
he like 300 pounds or something almost crazy like that, bro.
Yeah.
He out there moving people.
So that you were right that both their names are DJ, but you're talking about DJ Burns.
Burns, there it is.
I
Burns. I
brought
didn't
up,
want to
I
say
brought up
Burns.
DJ Horn because
Yeah.
when they played us, he was eating. I know you remember because we was talking on the side about it. But yeah, DJ Burns, he too. It ain't funny, bro. Bro, the tank. He 275 though, and solid though. Like he moving everything down. Feel me?
No,
Like
he's
it's
moving stuff, bro. But he got the light touch and he light on his feet, so it's scary, bro. He know how to make plays from the post. You know, like I said, they hitting their shots. That's just gonna be a tough out.
yeah, facts though. What you got next for us, Drizzy?
We got the Sweet 16 coming up. What key matchups are we looking forward to?
Man, y'all already know how we rocking, man. Catch our Tar Heels tomorrow evening, 9:39 Eastern Standard Time. We playing the Bama boys. We're gonna beat them. Um, Outside of that, though, I'm not gonna hold y'all. You know, of course, I'm looking forward to that game. I know Malik and Drizzy is too. Um, but I think that Clemson Arizona game, I think they about to bang. I think that's gonna be a great game right there.
Clemson still in it?
Clemson is still in it, Malik. Yep.
A tough out. I'm telling people, that's a tough.
Yep.
Clemson be solid in
Yeah,
hoop, bro.
we know. Yeah, we know. Yep. So Arizona about to find out. That's one game I'm looking forward to for sure. Another game I'm looking forward to, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, is that Purdue and Gonzaga game. And last but certainly not least, I think that Creighton Tennessee game might be a barn burner. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But
They
what
can
y'all got
keep
though?
Tennessee under control, yeah,
Yeah,
for
hey,
sure.
he likely get a 40 piece. You play with him, word is bond though.
Nice.
I hear you say Buddy from Creighton might go crazy on Tennessee for real, for real.
But I said though, that's hey, I like that matchup.
When the game start tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow
Um,
evening, first game tips off at 7:09.
I'm looking forward to. I was just gonna say too. Us versus Bama. Of course, I'm really just locked in on us. This is how tournament time goes for
As you
me.
should be.
you know. But I seen we got an opportunity to line it up with Arizona, you know,
Yeah.
here down the line, So I would love that Caleb Love smoke, I would love that, So I want them to win, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my two games for sure.
Uh,
And that's what I got my eyes on. I love that Caleb Love smoke.
you got any other games you're looking forward to, Drizzy?
No, I'm gonna follow with you, UK with the Tennessee Creighton game. I think that'll be good. To follow up, see how NC State fares against Marquette. See if they can keep the ball rolling there. Um, Outside of that,
They
looking.
slow that game down, Marquette. It's gonna be that's gonna be a scrappy little game for real, for real.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
yeah. That's what I got for you. We moving on to women's college hoops, and may I say, it's been very entertaining to say the least. I say across the board. Like I was in a hotel for a week this past week, out of town for work, and that's all I did was watch basketball, flipping between women's basketball and men's basketball. So I think the men kind of took it personal when people were saying Shaq and them talking about they only watching women's basketball during the tournament and made it more exciting. But just shout out to both the men and the women. But moving on to women's, um, that's the question. Do you all enjoy the tournament more, uh, or do you enjoy the tournament being on at the same time as the men? And it's just asking because back in the day they would kind of air at different times. But I kind of answered the question. I enjoy it flipping back and forth between the men and the women's game. You'll have a man, woman. I think women usually typically.
You know we're gonna hold it down late. You know what I'm saying? What was you saying?
Yeah,
Though? What you were saying typically?
I was gonna say, like I was saying, I enjoy flipping back and forth. I think the women's games usually start a bit earlier, so you can kind of stagger them if you set it up right, because you're not gonna watch every game, right? So it's like you'll
Yeah.
have a good game on, and then you can flip to a men's good game, and so on and so forth. So I enjoy the setup of this year. So far, so good.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it because I would like to really lock in on some of the games, you know what I'm saying? And kind of can't. Like you kind of have to switch back and forth. You dig? I like being able to lock in on one game and really, focusing in. But that's just me personally. What you think, Lee?
I like. I'm glad that they included it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, let's be honest, this is gonna put more eyes on them too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of the people. You know what I'm saying? I might check out the final four of the girls. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not catching no first round matchups. You know what I'm saying? Normally, so I like how it's intertwined. To be honest with you, yeah, I like it.
There it is. There it is. Moving on. Um, 4.9 million viewers viewed that W in Iowa game. Do we feel like W got cheated? Personally, I didn't see it. I didn't see the like very end, but I will say, like, I flipped to it and I think it was like 5 minutes to go, the game was tied. And then I flipped back, and by the end of the game, they were up by like an immense amount. And I'm like, whoa, like what happened? Then I go back and look at the highlights. See, like the Caitlin Clark effect. You feel what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Yeah, and they at home too. So it's like we know that's a part of the game. So hey, I'm not gonna say one way or another, but I will just say the Caitlin Clark effect. Cause that's wild. Like it was a good game. I watched it up until I think I like might have dozed off or something like that. But like with 5 or 4 minutes to go, the game was tied. And I'm like, oh, they might be in trouble. Then next thing I know, I wake up. I'm like, damn, like what happened? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah. That real quick, Dree brought up the 4.9 million viewers because that was a record for a women's basketball game. That was a record, you know what I'm saying? And we got to highlight that, being that, West Virginia was involved in that. You end the dig? So, like,
Talk about it.
I do think that was a great game. Shout out to the ladies from West Virginia University. Like I've been telling people, I've been running into, y'all knew good and well they was not going to let Iowa walk out of there with a loss. However, I see what y'all mean, though. I do got to address it for our listeners because, the disparity in the fouls, you know what I mean? If you look at the free throw numbers, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. You dig? So that's all I'm going to say. But, I mean, it is what it is. Y'all know it's all about money at the end of the day. What's going to sell more, unfortunately? You dig? Is W Women's going to sell more, or is Caitlin Clark continuing going to sell more? Shoot, she just got offered to play in the Big Three. She got offered $5 million by Ice Cube, y'all, to play in the Big Three.
You better take that.
She word is
Heck
bond.
yeah. Cause
You
she can.
better
It ain't like she can't do both. You feel what I'm
You
saying?
feel me? But yes, if she was smart, she would.
Unless the WNBA got some rules against it or something. But
They probably look, because the NBA be hating on Cube's Big Three, yo. So the WNBA definitely probably, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
You might put something in place.
you feel me? They gonna try to,
like no.
because you see he
But
coming with the
at the
bag.
same time,
Nasty thing.
I feel like because one time they paid Diane a little bit more to sit out like an Olympic year or something like that, so she could like rest or something like that. I remember something, but I don't think they have enough firepower to, unless they finna throw the bag. The highest you get as a rookie probably is like 70K as a WNBA player. So 5 mil versus 70K, unless she just does like the, I guess, humanitarian thing where you grow in the game, you help them grow in the game, and you go to the WNBA to continue to do that. But because she probably got millions in endorsements anyway, so she probably don't. I ain't gonna say she don't need that 5 million, but she got millions in endorsements already.
Man, she young. She better stack them millions. Shoot. If you can. But I got a feeling WNBA going to hate because the NBA be hating. And I don't understand. Y'all nasty for that, y'all. Y'all nasty for that.
Mad ex-NBA hoopers in the big three. It's so nasty.
You feel me? Like,
Right.
Um,
What
yeah,
y'all
I mean, home cooking, you know. It might have been some home cooking.
and
You know, might
that's
have,
the question, bruh. And that's what we need to get away from. If we can, I seen somebody talking about it, we years down the line from that, but you notice how the top seeds host the women's NCAA tournament. So it's already set up for them to win and get out, get out on their get out of their bracket because you are on your home. You do have the home court advantage, regardless of how you want to look at it or whatever the case may be. You in your home state, your home city, with your home refs. They do refs, they divvy up refs by region. You feel what I'm saying? They're not gonna send a South region ref all the way to the West Coast. Now they might once the games get shorter, but in the land of 64 and 32, we divvying it up by region. You gonna stay in your region, you gonna blah blah, whatever the case may be. So I think that's the question we need to get away from uh hosting, like the top seeds hosting the NCAA tournament. Even though it may be a money gimmick, like it's bringing in hella money for those universities, but doesn't help anybody else out. Moving on, the All American teams have been released last week. Do we feel like there were any snubs on the first team? Um, Personally, I do. One, I feel like somebody from South Carolina should have been on the first team, even though they do have like a good team. How do you go undefeated and not have somebody as a first team All American? For one. And then two, you also have, and I'll mention her again later, but you have the young lady from Syracuse, Deasia Fair, who has moved into the third time all leading scorer in the NCAA women's basketball. So I don't know if y'all remember a couple podcast episodes ago, we were talking about this Caitlin Clark effect, how she gets the hype because she fits the look, she fits the mold, whatever the case may be. Deasia Fair is hooping too. She's a 3,000 plus scorer, and you don't hear anything about her at all. You know what I'm saying? Because she doesn't fit that mold where she's, been doing her thing as well also. So that would be my pick. Also, Alyssa Peely. I think she got like third team or something like that. She a 2,000 point scorer. Come on, man. Come on. But that's just my thought.
you going, K?
now I was going to say, you could go ahead, Brody. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Oh, okay.
I agree with Dree wholeheartedly. You feel me? She took the words
Oh,
right out of my mouth.
that's how y'all feel. Oh, I kind of feel different over here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Okay. So who would you take out of the five that made it? Because I know it was Shorty from Stanford. I know it was Buckers from UConn. I know it was Caitlin Clark. I know it was Juju, and I know it was the freshman girl from Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? Who would you take out? Because there's four of them
I
you
would probably
can't take out.
take the two freshmen out, honestly. Either the
You
two
can't
freshmen.
take Juju out. No, I'm not hearing it. Nope.
I could
You
definitely
can't
take
take
Juju out.
Juju. No, Drew,
You can
you can't
definitely
take.
take Juju out. She could be second
Hey,
team. She could be
Drew,
second
she's
team.
the number one. She's the number one seed. She led her team to a number one seed.
I feel that. I feel that.
What do
But
you?
when
Yeah.
I'm
See,
looking
you we got to be fair. Now I know sister from Syracuse. I know she hooping. You know what I'm saying? But what's the team doing?
okay, so if that's the case, why is, if we're not taking Juju out, then we got to take Paige out.
Did UConn not make the tourney?
They did make the turn, but they're not a number one seed. South Carolina is the number 1 seed, but doesn't have
You
an
know, I mean, I'm not saying you got to
So you
necessarily be
gotta
a
be
number one
fair.
seed.
What you say? You gotta
Number one seed just closes the deal. I'm saying number one deal. That just shuts down the
gotta be
argument.
fair. You gotta be fair. South
I'm
Carolina
not saying
doesn't
you
have
got to be a
a
number
first
one
team
seed. I'm
All
just
American,
saying.
and they got
I don't
somebody
think
on there that
Syracuse made the tournament, did they?
they did. They did make
Did
the
they?
tournament. Yes.
So they lost what? They lose round one?
No, I think
Are
they
they still
just
playing?
lost. No, they might be in the Sweet 16, but if not, they just lost.
We ain't. I'm just saying these
But they
girls
lost
right
to
here.
somebody
They
decent.
all had better records than Syracuse, girl. If you want to say a South
Okay,
Carolina
you
girl
say
should be in
Syracuse.
there?
Yeah. Okay, what about South
If you
Carolina?
want to say a South Carolina girl
They got
should
a
be in
big girl
there,
that averaged a double-double. Why she not on that All-American team? She led her team to a number 1 seed undefeated season for the second time in a row. Why
because
she
who
not?
you gonna have it? You can't have a five full of big. You can't have a five full of bigs.
It ain't gonna be a 5 full of bigs. You got Caitlin Clark on there. There's only one big on there.
Who? The girl from Stanford, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have two bigs, and then who you
3
taking
guards.
off? The girl from Notre
That's
Dame?
what it is. That's what a team is. It's 3 guards and 2 bigs.
I
So,
mean, if you wanted to
so
do
what are
that,
you talking about? You gotta be
I would
fair.
if you wanted to do that, I would give that to you. But what accolades did the girl get from South Carolina? Did she get recognized in the SEC?
Yeah, she got SEC all first team. I think she got first team SEC.
So she ain't get Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year though.
Got no what's her name?
Come
Angel
on, Dree. I
Reese.
need accolades behind these. We gotta have
Angel
accolades
Reese,
behind
but you
these.
gotta think about who's in her conference. Angel Reese got defensive player of the year, right? And then player of the year, I think who got player of the year? Angel might have got player of the year. And South Carolina been getting snubbed the whole time. How do you go 32-0 and not
What's
have
Cordoza
anybody
average, Kay? Bring it. What's Cordoza average over there?
average
You
a
got the
double
numbers?
double?
Hold on, let me check. Hey, I did want to say it's a couple things I want to help y'all out on. I'm loving the debate. Syracuse lost in the second round to UConn. Real quick, okay?
So Paige can't go nowhere. We seen the matchup head to head. Paige can't go nowhere.
That don't got nothing to do with that. But it's like who you
y'all
gonna take out?
y'all
If
talking
you're not
about Camilla
taking
Cardoza
Juju
from
out,
South
then you gotta
Carolina, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I think she's a baddie. However, she averaged
Huh?
14, she averaged 14 and 9.5 boards.
14 and 9. Okay. That's
14.
solid.
A double double. Go ahead.
That's solid. Well, anything else? What about blocks? Anything? You know what I'm saying? We get a block a game.
Hold up. Let me give y'all the full arsenal of what she doing out there, man. You dig? She does average 2.6 blocks per game.
Okay. I
And
just needed to know.
Exactly.
To
But
know who I'm moving out. Because only one of them can go,
moving
Dree. Only
you
one
moving
can
the
go.
scale. You moving the scale because you talk about
Well,
individual
I'm
accolades on
giving you
one hand,
Cordoza.
and then you talk about team accolades on the other hand. So which is it? Is it the team
I'm
or
giving you
is it
Cordoza. I just gave you Cordoza. I just
okay?
said you could take the girl from Notre Dame out and
Okay.
put Cordoza in there. But the other four gotta stay. I'm
And
Okay.
standing on that.
Angel Reese won Player of the Year for the SEC.
That's why I thought she won player of the year and defensive player of the year.
Yeah, she went
But we
crazy.
know
She's
what
not
that's
better than
about.
Audie Cooks. Shout out to Audie
We know
Cooks.
what that's about. And then again,
Shout out to Audie Cooks.
how you down? Yeah, Audie Cook, she nice
Audie
too.
Cooks, 40 ball, 18
But
for 20
listen,
from the field.
how you lose twice? How you lose twice in the head-to-head, but you still get the defensive player of the year and the player of the year?
Talk
Well,
about
maybe
it.
her defensive stats were better.
No, bro. They gotta get.
That can happen. Just
They
because we
be
lost the
hating
game
on South
don't mean
Carolina,
I'm not a
bro.
better defender.
They be hating on South Carolina.
They might be. It might be a thing going on. I'm not saying it ain't. I would, like I said, I'll give you Cordoza. So she should be in there. They undefeated 2 straight seasons. Somebody should be in there for sure because somebody's, I give you that. And I didn't even know her numbers was that good, especially on the defense. That's almost 3 blocks a game. That's great. You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
tell y'all why she got it though. You feel me? Because Angel just averaged 0.9, so just under 1 block per game. But she averaged 1.8 steals, but she averaged 13.2 boards a game. That's why she got it.
Angel's minutes are also higher than Cordoza's. I bet.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gave it to Angel Reese, to be honest with you, personally. you know, but I just knew that worked in my favor as far as the argument went, you know. But you know, if you want to take Notre Dame girl out for sure, but I can't give you none of the other four. I mean, none of them.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
keeping all
that's
four.
to be 100% truthful. That's the only one that you kind of can take out because everybody else do got solid cases. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Now that we discussed it and looked at all the numbers,
Juju might do everything Caitlyn just did. That's what people not understanding.
and y'all got to think to remember
Too nice. I ain't gonna
mid-season
lie.
when we was talking about USC going through that losing streak. None of us would have ever thought they would have advanced to be a number 1 seed.
Number
No,
one
that's
seed, Sweet
It's
16.
crazy. And winning the
Juju shooting 30
Pac-12.
times a game though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
She be getting it up. But I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you know, that's what we got to do to get the dub, you know.
She's shooting 30 average. She's shooting 30 times, averaging
Get
30.
them up,
Hey,
man.
look
We got
at
the board. We got your board. Yeah, get them up. Yeah. Nah, yeah. Shout out to all them ladies, though, man. For sure.
What is bomb? What you got next for us, Drizzy?
word. Speaking of UConn, they've now made 30 straight Sweet 16 appearances. With Paige Becker's leading the way. Can UConn make a run? I mean, I feel like they made their run. I'm not gonna say it's over for them. I'm not saying it's over for them at all. But they had made the run. They made it to the Sweet 16. I feel like last year, I want to say they got knocked out around I think in the Sweet 16. Even though they made it, they either got knocked out Sweet 16 or Elite 8. But let me look at who they about to play. Who?
UConn, you talking about who UConn about to play?
Yeah.
They play Duke on Saturday.
Ooh,
Oh, she gonna get Duke.
Duke is hot though, and they're talented. But I'm trying to see who's on their side. Like, so they got UConn, and then they run into USC if they win.
It might be curtains after that, B. I ain't gonna hold you.
What's UConn's team look like? They ain't outside of Page.
They got a couple of good. They got a good post player. Oh, you talking about UConn? Yeah, UConn has a good post player.
Yeah, she about to go to the league, right?
Yeah, and she's pretty decorated too. And that's what I really hate about where you have these all-star type players. Like they be having the Rodmans on the team, and you know, but they just not getting the credit, or the D Waves when Braun was there, they just not getting the credit.
And her name, of course, not to cut you off, Drizzy, the young lady we're talking about that's nice, that's a big for UConn. Her name is Aaliyah Edwards, just to show her
another
love real
forward
quick.
too, right? There's another forward that's pretty decent also, that I think is coming back. So they're pretty good. I think they'll match up well against USC.
This
But
Page is last year though, right?
nah, Paige coming back.
She coming back.
Yeah, she announced that she was coming back.
Yeah.
It might get scary next year.
No, that's
Next year. I don't think this year is the year, especially with them
Year might get scary.
USC, because I'm trying to think of who would guard Juju. Because Paige can't guard Juju.
nah.
Juju's big. She like 6'1".
Yeah, no. Yeah, you
She
can't
out there
think about
step
putting
back threes.
She big. And she's solid too. Like
Yeah.
she not frail, like Paige and them are. She's solid. But yeah, I think, and you could shoot me if I'm wrong.
I got UConn going to the Elite Eight.
I was gonna say it's probably Elite 8.
Mm-hmm.
I think this game for them is gonna be a good one between them and Duke though.
I'm gonna check it out.
What's your thoughts, bro?
As far as other games I'm looking forward to in the Sweet 16.
Nah, about UConn.
Oh man, yeah. Y'all know I love Gino and Paige. You know what I'm saying? I think they are going to advance past Duke, but I think once they face USC, that's probably gonna be an L. Because y'all got to think USC hot right now, and Juju she just killing. She just killing. She killing right now. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
We'll roll right into it. Other teams, or other key matchups we're looking forward to in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, my bad. I jumped ahead, man, and that's my apologies. I'm really looking forward to Saturday afternoon's games. LSU and UCLA line it up. I'm looking forward to that matchup. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And then NC State and Stanford. I'm looking forward to that one as well. Those are my two biggest games that I'm looking forward to, where I can't really just definitively, tell you who gonna win. Like it's a toss up for me. So
I'm gonna throw y'all a loopy, or whatever, a curveball. That's what I'm looking for. That Iowa and Colorado. I believe Colorado clipped Iowa early in the year, if I'm not mistaken.
They clipped LSU.
Okay.
They
Oh,
clipped LSU
okay.
early in the season. Yep.
Okay. Colorado is a sleeper team. They in the Sweet 16 for a reason. So I think that'll be a good game. Like I was saying, the Duke UConn game gonna be a good game. Um, I think that's it. Outside of what bro already said, Texas Gonzaga might be a good game also. And then shout out to my Aggies. We still playing. We in the VNIT. We play ODU on Friday, so shout out to the Aggies. Aggie Pride. We in the Sweet 16 in the WNIT, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Gonzaga, Texas, Indiana, South Carolina. I've never seen any of these teams play, but
outside of South Carolina.
He's part of
oh
it.
yeah, I've seen South Carolina. You're right. You're right.
He's part of
I'm
it.
right. I'm
I
right.
know, I got you, bro.
But Indiana, I've never seen them, but just seeing, that the girls team is hooping. I've not known the girls team to hoop, but historic basketball school right there. So I just want to see what they got versus the big dogs. And Texas Gonzaga, I don't know. Gonzaga's got a nice record. You know what I'm saying? They only lost 3 games on the year, but you know what type of schedule they be playing. So is it fluke? We'll see. I think those are two more intriguing ones for me. I haven't seen, a lot of the other girls play.
Word is bond.
Lay eyes on these games right here.
Hey, real quick, because I know Dre about to close us out, but outside of Caitlin Clark, who y'all think is the best player in the tourney left?
Juju Watkins.
Juju.
Juju for sure.
You said an attorney left in the
That's
tourney?
left in the tourney, yeah.
I think Juju. You got the Cameron Briggs from Stanford.
Yeah, she
Actually,
nice.
her mother teammate is the real deal. Dang, what's that girl name? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I got it. Right here. Kiki Iriafen. I don't know if I said that right. She had 40 and 16 the other night.
Goodness.
41 and 16 and was balling. Like, what I'm talking about, can take it off the dribble. She's a big, can dunk, all of that stuff. She's a baller. So we need to be on the lookout for her. I think she's a sophomore. Baller. She nice.
Yeah, it says she a junior, but
Okay.
she averaged 19 and 11.
Yeah, she's their leading scorer. So Cameron get the height, but
Cameron averaged like 14 boards though, don't she? Don't she average something crazy?
She averaged 17 and a half and 12.
Well,
18 and 12.
they snubbed Shorty. Yeah, 19 and come on, they tripping.
Yeah, she the one. She actually the one. So I wanted to highlight her for sure. You got Paige. You got
That's what I was gonna say,
Cordoza.
Paige.
You got Milwali or Fuwali from South Carolina. She be balling on them, going crazy on y'all. Fuwali, even though she is a freshman, they snubbed her a lot too. Um, that's crazy. Like she ain't really get a lot of recognition, like from a accolade standpoint. But if you look at her, resume and look at what she done, I think she's averaged like 20 in the postseason. She's nice. Try to think, is there anybody else I'm missing? Probably is. I apologize, but that's what I got off the top of my head.
Nah, it's all love, man. But, you know, without further ado, do y'all have any unreadiness or anything y'all want to address?
Rams son, Trey Davis White, you know, hopefully bro can bounce back from his injury and do something special for us. So I wanted to shout bro out. That's about it though.
Um, yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Draymond, man, come on, stay in the game, bro.
Yeah, they just showed a video where Steph looked visibly frustrated that Draymond got ejected.
It's over for the Warriors. Like they
What are
got,
you ejected for?
they got to
It
do
literally
something.
just happened. Like literally, bro.
Being Draymond, bro. Like, come on,
Yeah.
Uh,
But man,
bro,
not
he
only
had Patty Mills and something serious.
yeah, he did. He lucky they ain't. That's probably why they ejected him tonight because they didn't catch fully what he did live. Yeah, that was
He
wild.
out there wilding.
Word is bond. But yeah, man, you know, like we said at the top of the pod, man, we appreciate all the love y'all been showing, you know, just with subscribing or sharing good positivity, you know, regarding the interviews, man. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, and view the content. If you haven't already, please go check out the PJ Harrison interview. Of course, we got more interviews coming, more content coming. Y'all see, we have not stopped with the weekly content and we won't stop. I'm with my brother, my sister, and we love y'all, man. Peace and blessings, man. Thank y'all.
Peace.
Peace.